Okay, so here's the park and what it stands for. Uh, Mr. Nelson and I would have been about the same age, and I salute him for his service to his country. And he made the ultimate sacrifice for the flag, for America, for humanity. And here's some twisted steel from the Twin Towers. Nice. Here we have Ralph Bernardo and Toby Doodle. Yeah, baby. Woo-wee.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Matt Cain to lead us in the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Matt. Members of Council, Roseanne Nelson, Ann Nelson, welcome. Police, fire, first aid, DPW, recreation, administrative employees, our neighbors, friends, citizens of Clark, thank you again for being here on this day of 18 years ago when I was a young boy and President Kennedy was shot. I remember always watching TV and people were saying, do you remember where you were? Well, I think the one thing we can never argue about is everyone remembers where we were when we heard the tragic news of 18 years ago. We're here to remember all the people who lost their lives in 9/11. And more importantly, we're here to remember especially Jim Nelson, Port Authority police officer, Clark resident, husband, father, and friend of this community. And have a moment of silence for Jim and all the people who lost in 9/11. Thank you. Whether it was at Ground Zero at the Twin Towers, or Pentagon, or Shanksville, Pennsylvania, the feeling we all had was the same. It was a time of tragedy. It was a time that we were just so unaware how to deal. We've never had this kind of tragedy on American soil. And it was such a sad time for us all. But we did see America and our nation just really come together and act as who we are. Great people of this great country. People cared, people worked, people volunteered, people gave a hug, people gave tears, People just cared. No doubt in my years on this planet, this was absolutely the most tragic day that I've ever seen and had to experience and deal with. As mayor of this town, I saw this great community come together, not only for Roseanne and her family in memory of Jim, but for our nation. I was very proud of Clark, because we are, I always say, the leading community in this nation. When you look at the events of that day, it's a sequence of just one shocking moment after another. At 8:46, the North Tower was struck. At 9:03, the South Tower was struck. 9:37, the Pentagon was struck. At 9:59, the South Tower collapsed. At 10:07, Flight 93 crashes into Pennsylvania. And at 10:28, the North Tower collapsed. It was a day of one tragedy after another. I can never forget watching these events unfold and having a feeling of helplessness, having a feeling of scared, not sure what was happening, why. And as the day just unraveled, we got to see again great people of this nation. At the time, one of our councilmen, Jim Ulrich, was working in the city in Lower Manhattan as he was walking to get to Brooklyn to get home. And Jim, being an EMT, stopped at many stations along the way to volunteer some time for first aid.
Seeking health strength.
Here's the 9/11 memorial at the Clark Library. I'm going to talk quietly and softly. That's James A. Nelson. Horizontal police. Some pictures down there. That's the Memorial Park from earlier today. There's some stuff right there. Yeah. And, there's other memorials. That one on the left is from Westfield, and that there on the right, there's some Scotch Plains. And oh my gosh, that I've never seen that before. The Path of Destruction. That's just all. This is the timeline. I've got to take some stills of this. Yeah.
So after that, I ran into my good buddy Maz Elwardani, one of Clark's finest, and then went to good old Tarantella's for a sub, because what else would you do? Yeah, baby.